So guys, sitting here with the Harley getting ready to put on. I got a new windscreen. So just open up. This is the Memphis shades, and I believe this is the smallest one that they have. I believe this is the 3-inch. I really like the way that looks. I was trying to decide to have a 4.5-inch. I may end up going with that one, but I'm gonna try this small one first, and then I like the way this one looks better. So if it deflects enough wind, I wear a helmet anyway, but if it deflects enough wind and not a lot of buffeting, I'm gonna keep it. If not, I'll try the bigger size and see how it looks. But I got this from Ideal from Traveling Tall. On his channel, he actually did this one and the taller one that's a little bit taller. I think it's a 4.5, and this is a 3-inch. But he said this one gives about as much wind deflection as the stock. And then, you know, guys know I changed my seat to the Saddleman's, and it kind of sets me up a little higher than the stock, so I get a little bit more buffeting now with the stock Shld. Plus, I just wanted a different look. I really like this. Has a lot more masculine look to me with that kind of more squared off round than just this straight round here. So looks very good material. It's a lot thicker. If you look over here, you can see that when you compare that one to the stock, you can see that it's a lot thicker. So a lot more sturdy a piece. But anyway, we'll get this one try it out for a little bit. If it's good, we'll keep it. If not, we'll switch, try the taller one and see how it looks on there. But I hadn't had a chance to see any of these installed in person. I think everybody has the other one. I forget what it's called, with the little bubble that comes up through the middle. But so anyway, I wanted something different, so that's why I went this Memphis shade. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that one put on. You got these little star, like 6. It's like a 6-star, not a 5-star, that you have to use. Put on, and so this is what I have to install it. For you guys to take that off and put the new one on, and just goes in my little 1/4 clamp. So I'm gonna go ahead, loosen this up. This is my first time taking this off, so. I heard some people say that you don't necessarily have to take the screws all the way out. I'm gonna try that first. So you didn't have to take those all the way out. If you can pull up just enough to slide it out, wiggle it out, you can. So that's the stock one. Look like this one's got a little cracking on there. Again, this one a lot thinner than this aftermarket one here from Memphis shades. So anyway, we're gonna slide this one in. My best not to scratch something up. That might be it. It's pretty low. tighten these in. Just so you know, when you're tightening these screws down, don't tighten them so much, because be careful, kind of get them hand tight, because if not, it'll kind of indent a little bit, and it kind of, you can see it on your, like, affecting your paint and the little. So I would just say pretty snug, but nothing. You can see on this one a little bit where I went in a little bit too tight and it started to kind of divot in there. So just keep that in mind. I wouldn't go too tight on those. All right, I'll go get a something to wipe it down, and then we'll take a look at it when I wipe it down. All right. All right, guys, there it is. That's the Memphis Shld 3-inch windscreen. Look up the side, you can see it's got a little flip here, little curve, kind of flips up, supposed to hit the wind, make it go up and over. So we'll see. We'll take it for a ride and see how it does. This is on my 2020 Street Glide. And I gotta say, now that it's on, I like it. I can't say I love it. I like it, but I can't say I love it. So, we're looking down the future that I may try a couple things. I may do the other one. I forget the name of it now, but or I may do the taller one and see how it looks. And then after that, I may just try something different till I find what I just really love on the bike as far as looks and function too. So we're looking for that real soon, guys. I'm gonna go out and do some riding, and I'll come back within, if not today, next couple of rides, and give you guys a review on the ride. Hey guys, I did take that ride, and actually I took a bunch of rides. So, because I had it on the bike for a long time and never just did another video part to this, so I want to get this out, so I wanted to add this on to there. But, so let me tell you my thoughts on this Memphis Shld, okay? And this, again, this is a 2-inch. So I put this on my bike. This was the stock that I took off, and I put this on, and man, it was a lot better than I thought. I mean, it performed a lot better than this stock Shld. And actually, I had this on my bike probably about 2 years before I upgraded and changed to something else. But this performed well. It great wind protection. It looked good. I mean, it was awesome. Oops, excuse me. All right, guys, you can see here that this stock is a lot taller than this Memphis Shld. And still, this Memphis Shld, because of the flip, gives a lot better performance against the wind when you're riding. And so, man, it was a lot better than I thought. And it actually grew on me as far as the look and everything. And so I ended up keeping this on for, like I said, almost 2 years. And it's a great windshield. It's a great look. Windscreen is a great look. I highly recommend it. Never had any issues with it cracking. You see how it's in still really good condition. Needs to be cleaned up a little bit. But this has been off my bike. So what happened, the only reason that I changed this is as I began to do improvements to my bike, get more performance and change the suspension and do all these things and really started riding at a lot of higher speeds. That's where this was at fault. This is when I started to have issue with this one. So I was actually and then when I started taking long trips. So I was actually on a long trip
riding with some guys, a friend of mine that has the Aprilia, riding with another friend with his Harley. And what I noticed is that when I was trying to keep up with the Aprilia, I did great in the curves and all that thing, keeping up with him. Of course, he's going to always lead me on the long distance, on the straightaways. But as we were riding long straightaways, and once I got over about 100 miles an hour, especially in high winds, I started getting a lot of feedback in my bars, because obviously on the street glide, that fairing is attached to the bars, and it started giving me a lot of vibration and feedback. So I would get to 100 and didn't feel like I got to slow down. And the bike would get up to 110, but at 110 it was just given so much instability and so unstable. And then I had always heard things about the Clockworks and about how Clockworks was designed in the wind tunnel to actually help give you downforce, to actually help stabilize the bike even more at high speeds. And so that's what happened. I actually had this on for 2 years. I was on a long trip riding with my friend with the Aprilia. We went to a Harley dealer and I kind of told him a little bit about it and how I was thinking about going to Clockworks. They actually had one. So I actually bought the Clockworks then, swapped this one out and just put this in my bag and put the Clockworks on. And I will tell you, again, under 100, it's fine. Maybe you say 90, around 90, you're gonna start seeing a big difference in the Clockworks with the downforce and the way that it's designed, with the angle and the way the wind just curves around it. Still gives you that bubble, that rider bubble, but then presses down. So I would say if you're not a high speed rider and you're just looking for something that I actually think this looks a little bit better than the Clockworks on the street glide. But if you are actually looking for looks and you're not going to be riding, over 100, this is perfectly fine. It works really good and it looks good. It's low profile, so you can really see, makes the bike look good. I love it. But if you're going to be doing some performance riding and be riding over 100 miles an hour, you're probably going to want to go with Clockworks. That's my honest feedback and opinion, but I actually really love the look of this. And if I wasn't really doing a lot of performance riding at the time, this would probably stay on my bike, especially if I had a big wheel bagger. This would be on my bike because it really looks sweet. And like I said, Traveling Tall had the one that was like the 4.5 inch, and it looked pretty good, but I think this looks better. But the other one looks pretty good, but I would definitely say, like I said, big wheel bagger all day. I go with this. Plus it's different. Everybody has Clockworks, so it was nice to have something different and a different look on the bike. A lot of people really like this and it was really unique. So just something to think about. You're looking for something unique, looks good and performs good, under 100 miles an hour, this is it. If you need that performance and you're gonna be going over 100 miles an hour, you probably wanna go with the Clockworks. So hope you guys enjoyed the review. Look for more content. I got more content coming. I'm actually gonna be doing a video on the Clockworks, so I'll show you that. But stay tuned. RJ out.